Good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful day. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yay. I'm sorry I didn't join you yesterday. I had a crazy day, but I'm ready to rock and roll for the rest of the week. But today's cards were just as complicated as yesterday's cards, but we have a lot to read today, so I'm going to start reading. And today's cards are a doozy. They're pretty amazing. So I'm going to start with the Medicine Heart card. We're reading from Medicine Heart and the Sacred Geometry Activations. I'm so excited to read this one. It's gonna blow your mind. Poof. Okay. So I'm not reading the whole section for this card, but I am going to read a chunk. So the card is 25 Yautos or Yautos. If anybody speaks Mayan, I would love to know how to pronounce this, or maybe Incan. In order to live with wisdom, there will be times when we need information, guidance, and support from those who have experience in realms that we are yet to understand, or that are simply outside of our usual field of interest and exploration. Every piece of the sacred puzzle of life contributes to the greater picture coming together. Each piece plays a role and contains its value, and when we need to grasp the great vision, we need to place a number of pieces together. There is much that you have accomplished and will continue to through your own merit, devotion, dedication, and creative resourcefulness. There are also others who, along with yourself, will find the next stage of fruition occurring through the joining together of your respective puzzle pieces. During the time of Inca, the Yautos people of the coastal mountain regions of Lima, Peru, collaborated with the Inca, offering training in and performance of specialized medical procedures in return for various benefits. The oracle encourages the development of your unique skills, particularly those that may not as yet be understood or practiced in the mainstream. They will set you apart, and the skills you develop, especially your niche skills, can become a means through which you gain support, nourishment, and empowerment in how you navigate the world to provide for yourself. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the end of today. I'm trying to remember. I did a journal entry earlier, so. Okay, so this is coming into guidance, exploration, leaning into your skill development. Okay, that's you. Okay, so that's today. Overarching. That's a powerful card, and we're going to go over it all week. But today's card made me giggle a little bit. And those of you that understand about the transformational flow, you're going to understand this because this card just made me giggle. This is 30, integration. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balance of the symphony of life. In Sri Yantra is an ancient symbol that literally means sacred instrument. It is formed by 9 interlocking triangles that form 43 smaller triangles in a grid that represents the entire cosmos. This complicated and precise geometry is thought to hold and create powerful energetic patterns and has been used for thousands of years as a tool for meditation and devotion. The Sri Yantra also symbolizes the union between the divine masculine and divine feminine, where the upward triangles represent the male Shiva energies and the downward Shakti energies. The center point, Bindu, represents the junction between the physical universe and the source. The dark blues refer to the vast deep universe as the origin from which everything springs into being. The yellows and golds refer to your inner power and the way we express ourselves in this earth in a physical body. Red is the color associated with the first chakra and the physical plane, everything form-based. The light blue triangles represent the balance between the masculine and feminine, and the swirling circles in the background are the dimensions and the star systems beyond this earth that are our origin. The energy of integration supports our journey through the dualistic reality in which we continually search for union and completion both within and without. Its frequency reminds us that our manifested world can only be when every aspect has its opposite as well. Only when we integrate everything that comes to us, when we embrace every aspect of ourselves and everyone and everything around us, can we find an inner state of equilibrium. Okay, so today in the transformation is 1. So that's creative energy, that is the beauty of all things, that's wonder, acceptance of what's in our world, acceptance of our connections. That is the amazing, honoring, beauty, wisdom, acceptance. It's the creative energy, all the amazing things that need to be paid attention to. And integration mixed with Yautos which is information, guidance, support, experience in the realms. Each piece plays a role, and they are put together to create a greater vision. And there is this co-creative, collaborative thing that happens, but you have to lean into developing your unique skills that may not be understood out in the world, that will set you apart. And it is also the thing that helps you have that co-creative space and that energy. So integration and Yautos put together says a lot about the positive and negative, the shadow and the light in the world. We have people talking, I think, in the chat. So the thing to remember is, okay, so it's Tuesday, it's not the beginning of the week, but we are at the beginning of the week. Excuse the train in the background. What we're looking at here is, as you go out into the world, you are unique, you're special, you are exactly who you need to be in this space. What I like to say is you're a quantumly connected, vast entity that is everywhere, nowhere, right here, today, in this moment. And you are unique and special in this world. You had unique circumstances to be born into your family. You have unique genetics that make you exactly how you present in the world. And you have purpose. But one of the things that we have forgotten is that we have purpose in a co-creative space. We have purpose for each other. Our purpose is not to make $1 million, create a whole bunch of extra shit, and ruin Earth herself. Our purpose is always, 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 always to learn to be together on this earth in an equitable way, together, and do it in harmony with each other. And everything in our world is relationships. Everything in how we connect to things is relationships. My connection to Astra, my cat, that's a relationship. To my partner, to my children, to my friends, to my coworkers, to my classmates in school, to all these people. These are all co-creative spaces. And you might be unique and you might have special gifts that you're bringing in as a vast entity into your blueprint, into this meat suit world. And to do that, there is this integration piece. There's this integration, knowledge and wisdom that you come into this with, this co-creative energy and space. And there is, especially in integration, there is this positive and negative, shadow and light, good and bad. There's a balance in how you do that. And you're going to do make poor choices and you're going to make great choices. You're going to make okay choices and not so okay choices. And that's all part of the work. That's all part of the work in how you bring who you are into this space. And it's a beautiful creative space. It's a beautifully humbling, and it's literally perfect exactly the way it is. We lean so much into the idea that we have to be successful, we have to have lots of stuff. I have lots of stuff behind me in this camera shot. I have lots of stuff. I'm a clutter bug. I'm a clutter bug that is an artist. So I'm constantly doing artsy things. But every year I go through my house and I get rid of all kinds of stuff. I give things to Goodwill, I gift things, I clean out what I haven't used. I basically, down to most of the clothing I own is clothing that I have made myself. I'm contributing to the wider world by taking care of my own nest and not buying a whole bunch of extra stuff that I don't need. The other thing that when we come into this world, the spiritual being, and we come into this place where we have to figure out good and bad, light and dark, the shadow and the light of the world, is the flow that goes with that. It's so easy to listen to a dialogue that says you have to be constantly positive or you have to constantly do everything right. And that's not real. It's not real in the world. We have more of a responsibility to be with each other in a co-creative space where we support each other in our journey, whatever that journey is. And one of the biggest things that a lot of research is telling us is that we are very lonely in our modern world. We're very disconnected. We do a lot of this over the internet. We put a lot of stuff out there, and we do a lot of mindless, disconnected connection, if that makes sense. So you could be on your treadmill listening to this. You could be making your coffee and your breakfast listening to this. You could be in the shower listening to this. You could be vacuuming listening to this. You could be driving to work listening to this. But I'm doing a lot of just talking. I'm not really doing anything you have to watch. So you can listen and do something else. And there's a disconnection of togetherness, right? And the togetherness thing is that co-creative, where different people have different ideas. You're not in a silo of your own knowing. It's funny, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I had an online thingy discussion with somebody, and somebody had a great idea. So I filmed some little videos, and I put some things together, and I sent it off and said, what do y'all think? And I had, yeah, we should do this differently, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, these are great ideas. I really like this. I could have been devastated, hurt, offended that all the work that I had done to create those videos was not appreciated. I could go into a place of shame where they weren't perfect. It didn't honor all of what I was doing, maybe the right way. Is there a right way? I could have been disappointed that they weren't accepted. I could have been afraid that somebody was going to think I'm an idiot. I could have gone through all that. Instead, I went, cool beans. I don't have to do this alone. Because that's exactly where I went. I went to a place of cool beans. I don't have to do this alone. I'm going to get help to do this. I don't have to do them all by myself. Great. Now we have to navigate. We have to integrate all of these other people into this project to make this represent more of a representative project. And I thought, this is amazing. Now how are we going to do that? And that's when I kind of went, yeah, I have no idea. Great. I'll just keep poking that puppy until something happens. And then yesterday I had somebody go, oh, I'll help you with the thing. And I'm like, yay. So you can go to a place of shadow, or you can go into a place of neutrality and a co-creative space of this allowing the integration of every aspect of the positive and the negative and harmonizing through figuring out what it is that you bring into the world and allow other people's co-creative energy to be present. Because we all have things that we can bring forward in the world that we all do differently better as we grow in the world. I actually said recently to somebody, I was like, I love doing project management, but I've done project management before where I'm the one doing all the things, or I'm the one picking up the pieces when someone falls down. And I'm leaning more into this space of really understanding what that means for me. And that means that I'm very good at helping other people do what they do really well. I'm a great cheerleader, if I let myself, right? So I have to get in my own place of integration. I have to be in my own place of balance to support other people doing what they do well and letting them do it. And not going to a place of the shame, the fear, the disappointment, the frozenness that sometimes happens. And then I love to be somebody who's doing a little bit of a lot of different things. And I do that pretty good. So we all do different things really well, and it's okay to recognize that. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. Today in prayer, go out and look at the shadow and the light in your life. Look at places that you go out into the world and find your co-creative space. Allow yourself to give something up in that co-creative space and let somebody else shine their light and what they do well. We could do that for each other better, so much better. So let's do that. There's a lot of big things happening in the world. I really want you to take a deep breath. There's a lot of negativity, and this is the challenge. You're not alone, even if you feel like you're alone. It's scary, and I get that. So breathe, find your people, find the people that will stand with you. We can't do this alone. We have to stand with each other, for each other. We have to be out in the world, standing up for each other, with each other. And we have to be willing to stand in difficult places. And we can do that, but we can't do it alone. We have to do it with each other. It will feel like you're doing it alone sometimes, but you're not. And we need to make sure that if you see somebody standing alone that needs to be to have somebody with them, stand up and stand with them, because we need to be doing this for each other. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I will see you in prayer. Blessed be.